going against Bakasura, Sprint 2 is your best friend if you don't have an escape. That's how you're going to get out. But then speaking of Bakasura, he's actually going to be starting off with Death's Toll and Short Bow, which is a start we have yet to see from Baka.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the Zalian knows what he's doing.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, the attack speed on him
Stacking attack speed, yeah.
is just going to be...
Death's Toll providing some. That early Odysseus bow pickup also as well. Well, it's not an Odysseus bow, of course, but...
Yeah, that's going to go into a nick of almost
short
likely.
bow.
Yeah.
Now, how this little monster with knife hands will use a bow still remains to be seen, but
it's a crossbow.
Somehow it makes him attack faster.
Individual, single-hand crossbows. That's it. So Bra's going to go ahead and get into the respective region. Teams go ahead and win and got the early wards in. As you can see, Spicy Waffles really prioritizing the area between red and purple as well as the mid-harpies. Most of the ganks will be coming from their jungler through that harpy section, so it's a good ward to have.
As silly as I think the name is, it's a pretty nice tag. Big S, small p, big W. That's a good tag.
Dude,
that's a
you
good
really
tag.
think that's a good tag?
I don't think it's a bad tag. I like it better than Spicy Waffles.
Yeah, but like what else? What other options do they have with SPW?
All caps, all lowercase. They could have been Spice.
Spice would have been awesome, though.
Spice
would have been nice.
You're more about Spice? Spice is nice?
Oh, yeah, Spice is nice. So right off the beginning here, you can see the clear is going to come in, and Trig's going to waste no time. They're going to shove that all the way up. Zalia has his blue buff. He's just going to wait, and Arachne Cuvo Fred, actually. So this is an Arachne jungle, something that we see in North America prioritized by Weekend a lot, and she's going to look to get involved right away. She's just going to really get some harass down and force her out of the lane.
Christmas Elf Nua being played by Wolfie. Trying to hold down this mid lane, taking some harassment from the Arachne, who's going to go for those left side back camps, and there's not much they're going to be able to do about this. They're going to pull the Amir as well to at least cut off any potential rotation of the Sylvanas here, and you can see Lobster taking some souls off of these Harpies. Now Soulless Harpies being cleaned up by Cubo.
Now this is really, really important. So by taking that back, that's going to set Cirquette back by just a little bit, unless she goes for the invade and pushes into Trig Esports side of things, but I don't think that's going to happen. So instead, she's going to see she's got the Mez on one.
Hit
that's
both.
A lot. Cubo could be in trouble here, but he's just going to go ahead and go and try to re-engage on him. He's got the dream.
I mean, you almost never see that play out of Cirquette, where you use, so like, for those of you out there that, play Cirquette sometimes or have watched these Pro League games, you'll see her use that ability right there. That basically CCs a target. And then there's just one like ridiculous usage case where if you hit like multiple targets, they fight each other.
Yeah.
And you saw it there. You almost never will see that. It's almost always used just to crowd control a single target.
Well, taking a look at the duo lane here, as we're going to go and check it out. So Shablanca and Sylvanas, they do have good clear, but so does Ymir and Cupid. Ymir's going to be able to frost carpet this minion wave every single time, and that's going to damn near kill them all anyways, and then the Heart Bomb's just going to kind of finish it off. So Shablanca and Sylvanas have to make sure they continuously have pressure on the lane.
Yeah, both tanks taking a bit of damage. Trick's a little bit the more aggressive player, and that's echoed through his god selection here, Amir. A little bit more of an aggressive god than Sylvanas.
Yeah, for sure. Sylvanas is more of a, all right, I rooted you, so I decided to pull you into my entire team, and now I knocked you up, and I hope you're dead. Ymir's like, I'm going to do everything.
I'm going to kill you.
And you always underestimate how hard he hurts when you just get hit by an auto early on by Ymir.
Yeah.
With the Frost Carpet.
80 damage.
Sucks.
We're about to see it here on the Half Devil as these mid camps. Looks like they went actually to Half Devil. They're using the Hog. Frostyak now, he's being pushed around a bit. Cirquette ultimate as well. He's going to pop.
That's
down
huge.
he will go. Luckily for Lobster there, Zhangquei not affected by that poison. Just a little bit outside of the range.
Well, the spiders are going to come. Celestial Beam misses. Sylvanas looking for a pull, which is going to be Half Devil. Half Devil wants it. All things considered, that's a really, really big first blood for them. Spicy Waffles really need to win this. It'll be huge for them, momentum-wise, going into the rest of today.
Yeah, it's a good pickup. They don't get the kill onto Trix before he finishes off his cooldown boots and gets a Blink 1. So now it's going to be a lot more viable as a roamer. And does have that cooldown reduction to boot. Does not have the Mark of the Vanguard that Sylvanas has, however, and is a level behind, no ultimate available. So that kill leads to a bit of an experience advantage for Spicy Waffles as they approach the 4-minute mark.
So very, very interesting here is that Ymir didn't start off with anything. He goes, you know what? I don't want to deal with a starter item. I'm going to go right into boots. I'm going to get Blink and Hand of the Gods, and I'm going to get as many freezes as possible. This is definitely not the standard, but you can see the thought process behind it.
Yeah, looking to make plays in the mid lane as well as Frostyak here as he hits his level 5. pairing up with Lobster, at least some experience from the mid laner.
And now Yaman's just going to go ahead and back out here. Serket doing Serket things, staying in the jungle. She's really got about 10 more minutes before they have to absolutely fear her. She's already got 1 kill early on in its first blood. She gets 2 more. She finishes off the Jotun's Wrath and then a Deathbringer. No one's going to really be able to stop her.
This early game, though, to me, heavily favoring Trig Esports so far. Even with the first blood going to Spicy Waffles. Unchecked Azalea versus the Raw on Bakasura, which brings a lot of carry potential. As we mentioned, the Amir getting his kind of early game core online. And it's that Iqbal rush really, really panning out for them. Net worth-wise, Serket and Ra leading the charge. But you see the next 3 are Bakasura, Arachne, and Zhang Kui. And what's scary is kind of how low down the list this Shibalanke is, kind of pairing up with the Cupid. Nuwa as well, also struggling in the mid lane. Zhang Kui really maybe going to be the deciding factor of this one.
So Fields of Love's going to come down. Trickstank has the ultimate there. Half double taking a lot. Does Cupid have the damage? The wall's going to actually deny him. And is he going to dash forward? He is, but does he have the follow-up? He misses. He's got 1. Now he has to turn and have to fight Yaman. He does have minions, but he's just going to try to pick up these hearts, and he isn't able to do so. In comes Serket. Serket should have a kill. He's got the jukes. He's trying to stay alive. Funballer, he's got the help.
5 seconds.
That's huge. Here comes Arachne.
3 seconds for the dash. No, he is going to detonate. All the minions going to detonate as well. Fred does end up taking out Ninja Bobet, though, so it's the extended kind of 2-for-1 trade as Arrow gets soloed down by Zalia, who also takes the tier 1. Even though Wolfie got that ultimate kill on the Trickstank, this is going to look bad for them. They're going to lose their tier 1 in the solo lane.
Yeah, well, mid lane, you can see Demon Recall's out. He's looking for it. Wolfie, he's got the sticker on him. Lobster, he just needs to... Oh, man.
The man fight.
Yeah, that is a Nuwa going toe-to-toe and enduring that outside of having an ultimate. Normally, Nuwa kind of like, you fight her and then she goes into your ultimate and she goes under your tower and you're like, yeah, okay, Nuwa, we get it.
But she used her ultimate to kill the duo lane there, so... didn't have it available and does give one up to Zhang Kui, but you got to think Lobster probably had that one in the back. Didn't need to go so aggressive necessarily.
In the bag? I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, Zhang Kui has a bag. So, Bakasura, a.k.a. Zalia, no shocker here. 1-0 already in the lane, and now he has Sprint 3. So now Ra has to ask himself how he plans on dealing with it. He's only got Sprint 2. He does have CDR boots, but you almost wonder if he should have finished out maybe an Aegis. He has no safe farm, though. He has to pretty much shove and rotate out completely, which means Zalia can either rotate and just stay in lane and get free farm, or just go and kill everyone mid lane.
The Sprint 2 is supposed to be what lets him live in this lane. But
It's supposed to.
Yeah. But so basically with the sprint and maybe a heavenly agility finished off, he should be able to just run away from the Bakasura.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I almost wonder if he should have finished that going back in the lane after dying.
Yeah. Not a bad thought. Maybe. Although the cooldown boots allow him to kind of heal himself up a little more often. Let's hold our thought is in the mid lane. And a lot of trouble here is Wolfie. We'll use the ultimate as you mentioned. Lobster's going to move forward as well. Ultimate use. Wolfie, he's going to take a lot of damage for his trouble here. And
does he have it? He doesn't.
No last ghost there for Jean.
He just needed to stay in there a little bit. That's the thing about Zhang. You never realize how tanky you are until it's 20 minutes in the game and then no one can kill you. Now, granted, the items kind of go with that.
Whoa. Tank boots out of Zhang Kui.
Yeah, he's got the reinforced
shoes. My goodness gracious.
So
something you would have never seen last season, certainly. But, you can see itemizing further and further down this idea of being this kind of frontline bruiser tank.
Yeah, so this could either be with the uncommon sash, this could either go into an E-staff or it could go into a Warlock sash. Either one is really, really good. I personally love the Warlock just because it's going to give him even more tankiness to him, and then it's just going to stack with the E-staff, but Celia already again. This is getting ugly.
The pain train.
Yeah.
The brakes have broken. and this one looks like
pain train has no brakes.
Yeah, it's getting out of control in the solo lane here. We're kind of casually mentioning it. Zelia continues to kill Arrow here, but this is going to turn into a big problem. Well, it's already a big problem. Yeah. And the dual lane, another kill being found as Half Devil falls again. It's 6-4 in favor of Trig Esports at the 9-minute mark, and it may be a Gold Fury attempt now with the tank down.
Gold Fury's going to get started here. Gold Fury should be tanked. It's not like Shablanka is going to run into here. Yaman, he's good, but he's not that good, and I don't think anyone's that good to go for it.
He's going to try to make some plays.
Starts, and he's going to go
Looking for the hot plays is Yaman. Not sure about this one, though. He's going to get walled up, trying to go toe-to-toe. And this looks like a little bit of tilt coming out of the Shibalanke.
Well,
he's going to be able to make it out of here.
Okay.
Oh, wow, Yaman.
He's able to live. All right, now Ice turn to Cubo Fred. Lobster's here. Does Wolfie have the damage? He doesn't. That's only going to hit about 70 damage here.
And here comes the bunny rabbit.
Yep. Baka's
there
here. There's one. Baka's jumping in.
Does he have an ultimate available here? He does not have it, so no kill potential, really.
Yaman, you know, it looked like it was such a scary play, but he really forced that fight. That was really, really good.
But
I don't advise it to anyone.
Well, he forced the fight, but it wasn't a good fight.
Yeah.
Right, Wolfie still died. You know, like, sure he did it, and it was flashy, and he lived.
Full, Bart, half full. All right?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It was nice looking.
It looked great. But yeah, if Wolfie didn't die, that's a huge win. But Wolfie died.
Yes.
So not a huge win.
Yeah,
just a win.
I mean, it's just a really low percentage, high risk, low payoff play there that he made there. It's like, yeah, sure, he doesn't die, and he annoyed the enemy team a lot, but like they already got the Gold Fury. What are you gonna get a return kill onto a Cupid?
Yeah, this is so smart out of Azalea in the solo lane as well. He's freezing this wave, so he was just freezing the wave, so the Ra can never get back into the game without getting at least past the blue buff. And if he's past the blue buff or his old tier 1 tower, Ra's dead.
Yeah.
100%. Azalea is just, he's 3-0. This is just routine for him right now. Serket's finally going to make her way over here, which is going to be Ninja Bobat. But even still, I don't think Azalea is going to have a hard time living that assault.
Bakasura is holding another 1,200 gold in hand as well, so the next item will be coming out fairly soon. Likely to be an Executioner. That'll be my guess, based on Zalia's past builds, but no guarantees.
Yeah.
But gold in hand being top there. A lot of gold being held by Trig Esports here after that Gold Fury. Jean Quay sitting at 1,400, 1,300 of the Bakasura, and they're going to make a play onto Half Devil, and they're going to make a good play on Half Devil as he is dead to rights. There comes the ultimate. Yaman tried to hold them back, but Cupid dashing forward will be screwed. That one now is Yaman in a bit of trouble, and he's forced out of this one as well. So taking another spill is Half Devil. No Gold Fury to capitalize on, but Jean Quay making the rotation as well. This could be a team fight breaking out on the left side.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the counter initiation. Ninja Bobat has ran over every single ward of Trig Esports, though obviously he doesn't know that, but they see this coming from a mile away, and they're just going to back up. Jean Quay is going to go ahead and get some easy farm as he's finally going to head back here, and we'll kind of see what he's going to be looking to do with this. I'm still thinking it's a Warlock, and there's going to be the Warlock, so after this, he can really do whatever he wants. Gem of Isolation's a great item on him. E-Staff's really good as well. So
most likely, it'll be Spear of the Magus.
Oh, yeah. Yep, for the penetration.
Spear of the Magus into E-Staff would be pretty damn...
it's really hard to deal with,
nice.
too, just because of the dot damage from the card as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Jean Quay able to stack up that Spear of the Magus pretty quickly. A very cost-efficient penetration item as well. It'll help steroid his damage, and then he can always build into something probably like an E-Staff.
Everything in that tree, everything in the penetration tree is very cost efficient.
Yes.
Like you never buy penetration, you're like, it's so much. It's not like a Ratatouille, right? Or even a Chronos Pendant sometimes feel like it's a bunch.
Yeah. The Obsidian Shard with 70 damage on it, very, very cost efficient buy.
Yeah, can't argue with it. So looking at it, this Ra, aka Arrow, has decided to go into a Book of Thoth instead of a Warlocks or any kind of really physical protection. Normally when you're going against a physical, you can kind of see Ra's go into like the breastplate of Valor, but
number 4.
He just killed him so fast, Bart.
I'm really glad that I don't play on European servers, so I never ever have to play against Zalia in a normal match.
That's gotta suck.
Because Arrow's a professional player, right? And he's died 4 times.
How many times do you think you would have died?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably every time I came to lane.
Yeah, but like 13 minutes, how many deaths do you think you'd have? 6?
6.
Yeah. I was thinking 6 is probably about accurate. Sticker's going to go down on Serket. Ymir's going to be there. Forces that. The wall is going to deny as well. And Nuwa forced all the way out. They didn't waste a whole bunch, though, so they can look to re-engage this. Eyes on Ymir.
Yeah, Ymir, he definitely should be the tempo controller here. Moving forward to Strixink, the wall's going to force them to split. Going to get nicely taunted out there by young Serket. Jean Quay going to pop his beads to deal with that half-devil ultimate, and that ultimate doesn't find much here. Freeze off the mark, unfortunately, for Trixink. In the meantime, Arrow gets a kill onto Lobster, it looks like, in the back of that fight, and Trick's going to spill as well as he misses the wall, so nice hold by Spicy Waffles, and they get a couple kills back.
Yeah, that's going to cut the lead just a little bit here. You can start to see it dips up a bit. They're still down 5,800 experience and 4,000 gold. They're going to go for the assault on the tier 1. Unfortunately for them, fortunately for them, the Gold Fury just spawned. They might be able to get that as well, and then we have ourselves a game.
Well, I mean, this is the problem. We're riding on the back of the problem right now. Azalea sitting at level 16, and it was not an Executioner, it's an Odysseus bow, so even more attack speed, chain lightning damage coming out as well from the Bakasura with his Sprint 3 online. 4 kills, 8,400 net worth, leading all players in all relevant categories. When are they going to pay their respects here? Like, when does the attention turn for Spicy Waffles to dealing with Zalia? So far, they've done a pretty decent job of dealing with Lobster. They dealt with the Cube of Red rotations as well. They've tried to gank Funballer a couple times. And they've killed Trickstake a couple times. But when are they going to try to deal with this pesky Bakasura who is ginormous?
Well, how do they, right? So, you got Serket who's going to jump in on her. Jump in on Zalia, kind of hit death, last breath, do everything she can. And then Raw is going to be there for the support, but well, I guess they could. I guess now that I put that in my head, it makes sense that Serket could jump in, set up a Searing Pain, and then do everything from there. But I don't know if they want to. I think Serket's afraid.
Right. With no bees on the Bakasura, when are they planning on... They should have ganked him in the laning phase. I mean, I think you're right on him, but maybe that's a testament to Zalia, never really being enough out of position for Serket to think about moving over there, or maybe he just commands that much respect that they're just worried about that he's just going to 2v1 them. And that's the problem.
Well,
Serket,
dude,
right? Her health pool's so small that if she jumps into the Regurgitate, she's dead.
Yeah. And on top of that, look at it. He's going to have this wave shoved all the way up to the Phoenix, which is going to force one person to go back, which is going to be Ra. So now this siege kind of on the Gold Fury is going to go in favor of them because they don't have a Ra as well. So this is going to be a 5-on-4. Bakasura is treating this like it's like he's a Loki, and they started this up. This is a bold play.
Yeah, Spicy Waffle's going to make an attempt at this Gold Fury here, getting a bit low, down to about 50%. Here comes on the backside the Arachne and the front line charging through as well. Trickstake pushed out of this one. Gold Fury still not falling. Trig ends up getting it there. They don't do enough to zone out the Amir. Now the fight continues on. Cubo Fred going to be able to close the distance here. And down goes Yemen. Down goes Bobat. Down goes Wolfie. Only arrow remains. And Zalia's chasing him down. Not going to go for the kill. They get all of the objective play they were looking for. Both mid camps up. Tier 1 mid as well going to be where they turn their attention. And it's a 7,000 gold lead, 10,000 experience lead on the back of that fight for Trig Esports.
He went from 4 kills, 0-0 to now 4 kills and 4 assists after one team fight, and they're going to get the Harpies off of that. Spicy Waffles, it wasn't necessarily a desperation play, but if they would have gotten that Gold Fury, it would have been great for them. But look at this. Zalia is going to dive on him. He's popped Sprint 3. He wants it, but he isn't able to finish it. So Ra is able to live finally. Just a little bit late.
Yeah, he makes it out of there, but...
Is that Fire Giant started?
Yes. That's what I was going to be getting at. Bakasura makes enough space here that the Fire Giant's going to be started up here by Trig Esports, already falling down to 5%, and down it goes. No hog necessary. Woo! All 5 members going to be wielding that nice fire belt.
Yep. Zhang Kui also built into a Divine Ruin, which is going to take out the Raw just a little bit, as well as the natural heal from Sylvanas and all of the lifesteal coming out of Xbalanque, so that's going to be very, very good for hym. The Ymir actually went Sovereignty, and now he's got a Talisman with CDR boots, and Zalia now has an Executioner on top of all that attack speed. Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. I mean, he's damn near cap at this point. He's hitting real fast.
Yeah.
Not a lot of damage to back it up, right?
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't matter. It's Bakasura. He does true damage. So it's a pretty clever build, especially to try to dominate the mid game and win this one early, which it looks like Trig Esports is looking to do.
Yeah. It's weird. We saw all these changes, and we thought, like, everything was going to be kind of late game based going into the season, but it seems like more games are ending before 30 minutes than before.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's really just because of how much... Once a team gets a Hunter, if a Hunter gets an early kill, he's so hard to deal with.
I mean, I think it has a lot to do with how Xbalanque is being picked a lot. It just becomes, you have a bigger kind of need to finish games early, because if you let games go 35, 40 minutes, you lose a Xbalanque.
There's like a sense of urgency now.
That's right.
Yeah, which is good. So they're actually going for a split push here. They're going to have to back after they get this tier 1 tower, which isn't really going to be significant gold, but it will help them get back into this. The wall's going to come out, delaying Half Devil from getting in. You can see the Madness is going to hit, but that was a quick Phoenix, and none of them even got any poked.
You know, they didn't really have to give up anything for that. It was pretty uncontested. And it's because Yemen's trying to get this split push down, get some gold for the team. Bakasura are going to recall to deal with this. They're not going to want to trade the Phoenix here. And really, Yaman, maybe now that they know Bakasura is recalling, they see it with the Nuwa minions, should go and try to just push down that tier 1 mid. It's only about 1 hit away. But he will take tier 2 right side, and he can likely transition and get a little poke to that tier 1 in the mid lane as well. Make some money for the team, try to get them into their next items, but it's still a pretty big advantage in favor of Trig Esports. And moving forward really aggressively is Half Devil here. The team not on the mark. He may die for this one.
Yeah, he's still managing to stay alive. Ra drops the heal as well. He's going to heal him up a bit. He doesn't have the Lotus Crown, so you won't see the protections. Neither does Sylvanas. He doesn't have the money for it just yet. He's got the wall in front of him. He might get denied here. The Fields of Lava is going to hit as well. Beads are going to be popped. Here comes the Searing Pain. It's going to hit, but now Trickstick's going to be there. Will Half Devil fall? Wolfie's able to get one. They're looking for another one.
I don't know how that fight went so well for Spicy Waffles. I mean,
hey, well, hold the phone.
Yeah,
it's not
going
yet.
that well. Here comes.
Oh, he got pulled though.
Gets pulled, but that gives him even better positioning. He will die though, as Yaman actually finds enough in hands to take him down. Wolfie trying to zone out Cubo Fred, who's looking to that for that return kill. He will pick up Ninja Bobat in the meantime, so they lose their Circuit. It's a 2-for-2 trade, but tier 2 mid's gonna fall as well. However, for Spicy Waffles, they buy themselves some time.
You know, Yaman had great positioning throughout that entire team fight, and that's why he's still alive, but they really got to be careful, and they have to keep tallies on Xaylia as well as Arachne. Both of those two gods really just want to get a single one-on-one fight and kind of rip you apart that way. If you are accounting for them in the team fight, missing or not missing, you can expect it, and then you can kind of shut down Arachne a little bit better. But, like, if Arachne just kind of, like, slips in on the backside, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, Arachne's sliding in.
Yeah. Sliding into those DMs. And she's got a Spear Road coming up next.
Yeah, so similar to what we saw out of the Thor last time. Go to the back lines, have a Spirit Robe, and you're going to be at least having a good shot at making it in and out and dealing a lot of damage. Spirit Robe, reducing the amount of CC you can take overall.
Yep. So, Deathbringer online here for Circuit. Circuit now, if she jumps on anyone, it should pretty much secure her a kill. The way her kit is, it's very unlikely that she won't be able to burst one of the squishies with Jotuns and Deathbringer.
Taking a look at the player damage here overall. You know, everyone doing fairly well on the side of Trig Esports. What really stands out to me here is that under 5K output by Ninja Bobat so far this game. Under 6K from the Ra. Under 6, Sylvanas. I mean, basically, two of their cores have the same amount of damage, in one case less than Half Devil as a support. Just Spicy Waffles just not getting it done out of this. This Circuit especially not. I mean, look at her.
No, that's not good for
second lowest
Circuit
in the game.
Yeah, Circuit should never be that low in the game. She should never be below a support, ever. Especially when you just look at the items. I mean, one fight should give her like 12,000 damage, right? Like, it has that potential, but realistically, if she jumps on one person, she just needs to play it a little bit slower and just wait for her teammates to set her up with the stun and then just jump on someone. But the problem is it feels like she's afraid of Xaylia, which she has to be. But if she does get him in a one-on-one and he's not expecting it, she could take him out.
Well, at 2, 3, and 4, and only dealing that little player damage, you would expect her to have a lot more farm. Like, you'd expect it to be, okay, I'm prioritizing my PvE farming over trying to get kills, but that's also not the case, as Circuit not one of the higher net worth gods in the game either.
Yep.
In fact, sitting in the second lowest position in net worth as well as damage dealt. Just not a great game for Ninja Bobat.
They got to be careful here. They're pushing down the tier 2, but the Fire Giant has been taken. Half Devil is going to go ahead and back. Ninja Bobat forced back as well. They're all going to go back, get some items, get that last thing. This is the last fight. Xaylia now pushing out the far left. They won't have Xaylia, but they really don't need him.
No, they really don't. And he's really far back. He's kind of slowly making his way up the map as the fight rages here at the right side Phoenix. Searing Pain comes through, but Lobster already has the kill on the Half Devil, which means that, well, with Fire Giant active, they could probably push this one right on through as Xaylia looks to kind of join the fight. He may just regurgitate on this mid Phoenix, though, and try to just backdoor it altogether.
Yeah, I think he's going to take out the far left one. He does have to worry about Ninja Bobat and Shablanke, who are there. They're kind of just in there. The Regurgitate has come out. Good call. And he's going to turn his eyes, and that's going to be 110. And look at this 1v1. That's a 1v2. Holy sweet mother of Mirtha. I don't know who Mirtha is, but...
Was that like America and Bertha? Mirtha?
Bertha? Sweet mother of Bertha? Yeah, whatever.
All I can tell you is that Xaylia just...
He ate.
He beat the shit out of those two gods.
That was him. Yeah, like
that was disgusting.
He hit him in the face with a baseball bat.
And Trig wins this game now. There's no way they
don't. It's all of a sudden like Xaylia was wielding baseball bats in his hands.
Yeah.
And he just punched Shablanke in the face.
God almighty.
for playing with like a yo-yo. Like, dude, that was, you're not going to see a better 1v2 than that for a long time, dude.
All right, that was
That
quite a
is
spectacular end for Azalea there.
like you could see it too. Like Spicy Waffles had in their head, like Serket was hiding behind the wall,
Yeah.
Shablanke was around the other wall.
Bait
like,
him in, yes, we're gonna
yeah,
kill him.
this is gonna work. And then like Regurgitate goes down, and then Serket goes in, and she gets erased. Dude,
Oh my
nuts.
goodness.
Azalea is so fun to watch, man. How much damage did he do?
Too much.
Just hold on. It's okay. We'll figure it out. He did 14,000.
14K, so he tripled up really the assassins from their side. But let's take a look at the Group A standings, hopping back over there and see how it shook out during our absence as we watched Spicy Waffles there drop to Trig. Wasted Talent has lost again. Team Dignitas moves to 2-0. LC and Panthera both at 1-1. So Panthera
Oh no.
maybe facing an elimination game coming up pretty soon.
They have to worry about this. So I think Panthera has to play
Yeah,
Yeah, Panthera
Panthera
Dig,
Dig.
and then London Conspiracy versus Wasted Talent. Panthera has to beat Dig to force that. Or else we're looking at a huge tie. Because if London Conspiracy takes out Wasted Talent and Panthera loses, that pretty much guarantees them.
that's right. That's right.
Wow.
And Dignitas looking to go 3-0 in their group at 2-0, likely a lock. But can they win this next game?
That's huge. That's the big question. But taking a look at the other group here, which is the group we just did, Group B. As we take a look here, Trig Esports, no shocker, they're up 2-0. Pointless and Spicy Waffles tied 1-1. These next couple of games for Spicy Waffles will be very, very important here, as Pointless is looking to make it into the SPL as well, as they were able to beat Upcoming Stars.
Absolutely, yeah. Upcoming Stars looking a little bit on tilt, maybe at 0-2.
Yep.
Trig Esports and Dignitas, both at the top of their respective groups.
Yep.
Probably would have expected Panthera to be in that 2-0 position, not Dignitas. But
Right.
hey, any given Sunday, coming and showing up.
It is Sunday.
Here is Dignitas and Young Bay bringing those guys to a couple victories here so far today.
Man.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what went down in that Panthera versus London Conspiracy game, guys, that we just missed. And then we'll be back with our next game, which is, of course, Team Dignitas going up against the boys of Panthera, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that, but enjoy Panthera versus London Conspiracy highlights. We'll see you in a few.
nerves, gonna get 'em all. Living life for the next drop.
Hello, Smite fans! Welcome to my neighborhood.
Way too
My name is
excited.
Bart, that's Scott. How are you, Scott?
I'm good. A little bit deaf after that, but thanks, buddy.
Yeah?
Appreciate it.